Hello everyone, welcome back to this lecture in which we are going to talk about various laboratory tests for the compaction. See, actually whenever we want to compact a particular soil at field, we have to test that in the laboratory, that how much amount of compaction or compactive energy should be imparted for that particular soil that is present at the field, and at how much amount of compactive energy, what amount of gamma, or that is unit weight, will be achieved. So for that we actually perform the laboratory compaction test for the soil. In this particular lecture we are going to cover up various tests that we perform. Those tests actually vary slightly with respect to each other. So let us understand that what are the various tests that we perform. Here is the list of various tests that we are going to cover up in this lecture. The first test is the standard Proctor test as suggested by Ashto, whereas the second one will be the modified Proctor test, third one will be the Indian standard test, and fourth one will be the Harvard miniature compaction test. Fifth one will be Abbott compaction test, and the sixth one will be the Dettert's test. So we are going to cover up all of them together. Obviously, it seems that 6 tests in one session is a big thing, but it is not, because all of these work on the same principle. So let us see that first one. What is the first one? That is the standard Proctor test, and it is most widely accepted test for the compaction of soil. What is it? Says that you have to take some mold. What is the size of mold? That you should remember, or you should at least use the standard size of mold whose diameter is 4 inch and its height is around 4.584 inch, whereas the values are also given in mm if you want to follow that particular system, whereas the total volume of the mold is 945 cc, or you can also remember that as 1 by 30th of cubic feet. Now, whereas this is the mold, and on this you actually keep a collar. The height of this collar is total 60, whereas 60 whereas this the 10 is actually get into the fitting with this particular cylindrical mold. So the effective height of the collar is only 50 Now after that, you actually fill the soil in this particular mold in some number of layers, and you impart some compactive energy with this rammer. This rammer have a weight at the bottom and a handle to lift it up, and then you drop it on the soil that is filled in this particular mold. Each and every impact of this rammer compacts your soil, and you actually fill your soil in some number of layers in this particular mold. So this is the whole process of compaction. And yes, if you see here that in the standard Proctor test, you use a rammer having a diameter of 50 and its weight is around 25 Newton or 2.5 kg mass, or you can also remember that as 5.5 pounds. Whereas the height of fall of each drop is 300 or you can remember that as 12 inches. Now, if I am going to talk about the compactive energy, then remember here that you have to calculate the compactive energy imparted by each blow and multiply that by the number of blows that are given in a particular test. So how you do that? That can be easily calculated using the formula of your potential energy. So how the energy is calculated? That is given as your mgh. See, that is weight into h, that is by one impact or by one blow, into number of blows that is given in one test. So if you are talking about this standard Proctor test, then you impart a total 25 number of blows on each of 3 layers. That means the total number of blows in the standard Proctor test is 75. So what is the weight of rammer? That is 25 Newton. What is the height of all? That is 12 inches or 300 mm. And the number of blows is 25 blows into 3 layers. So this is how you actually calculate the compactive energy. And yes, we are going to do that in the numericals also. But let us first of all remember this value, because this is important if you want to compare the different tests that we are going to study in this particular session. So this is about your Proctor test, and this is the figure that you, I hope, want to see also. Now let us move ahead and see what are the steps that we follow in a particular test. The first step is to take an air dried soil sample. Obviously here the specification says take 30 Newton of your soil sample that is passing through 20 mm of sieve. After that, now you have to mix a reasonable amount of water that you already know, because you have to plot a graph between the water content and the gamma. So obviously you have to know that how much amount of water you are going to add in this particular test. After that, you are going to fill your mold in 3 equal layers and impart total 25 number of blows on each of these layers. Hence the total number of blows will be equals to be 75, and the height of free fall is 300 mm that we have already seen here. After that, you are going to remove the collar from the mold and trim off any extra soil that is filled in the total mold and collar. And finally, you are going to calculate that what is the total or bulk unit weight of the soil that is filled or compacted in the mold. Now, you have to take a sample of that soil which is present in the mold, and then you have to calculate the water content and check that by whatever you have added in the second step. Now, as you know the gamma bulk, and you also know the value of water content, now you calculate that what is the value of a dry unit weight by the formula that is gamma upon 1 plus W. After that, now you also check that soil and check that if you have to perform another sets or not. And finally, after some multiple number of sets on the same soil with different water content, you plot a graph between your gamma dry and water content that we have seen even in our previous session, that you are going to plot a graph having gamma d here and water content here. The graph will be somewhat like this. So you are going to plot such graph in the final step. Now let us move ahead, and this is about your standard Proctor test. But now let us talk about the other variations also. If I am talking about a modified Proctor test, that is our second test, this is again also known as modified ASHO. Or you can also say that this test was actually introduced for the heavy load compaction required in the airport pavement construction. So wherever there is some heavy load expected to come, then you perform modified test. And if you compare here, that see, these are the values for the standard Proctor test. The size of mold is also small. Even here you see that the total volume is almost same, but the height is more, whereas the weight of rammer, height of free fall is increased here. Here it was 5.5 pounds and it is now 10 pounds. 12 inches of free fall was there in the standard test. Now it is 18 inches. Total 3 layers were filled in the standard Proctor test, whereas if you are talking about modified Proctor test, you fill in 5 layers. Number of blows on each layer is 25, whereas if you compare now that what is the compactive energy imparted, then in the standard Proctor test it was 605, whereas in the modified Proctor test you can see here that the energy imparted is increased by total multiple of 4.5. So this factor is important, and you should remember this, that in the modified test you take a compactive energy with a multiple of 4.5 with respect to the standard test. So now let us move ahead and see about the Indian standard test. See, actually I am going to compare two different standards here so that you can understand that your test name or the standard is just a formality. You actually follow the same or simple principles everywhere. If you have learned about the Proctor test, then you can see here that the Indian standard test also follows the same approach. That in the standard Proctor test, the weight was 25 Newton, here it is 26 Newton. Not much difference. Whereas in the standard Proctor test, it was 300 mm, here it is 310 mm. Whereas the mold size was 945 cc, here it is 1000 cc directly. And number of layers is 3 here also, whereas the number of blows on each layer is 25 also. Whereas yes, it also depends upon that what is the size of mold that you are going to take. Whereas soil is the same as that you used to take in the Proctor test. Whereas if we are going to talk about the heavy compaction Indian standard test, that is actually the another version of modified Proctor test, then here also you can see that the height of free fall is 450 mm. That was same in the modified Proctor test also. Whereas the rammer weight is 48.9, whereas it was around 45 Newton in the modified Proctor test. Whereas 5 layers is same and everything else is the same as that of the modified test. So this is how you can actually compare the different codes also. And yes, you need not to worry much that which code you are going to follow, because whatever country you are residing in, you can follow that particular code without having much confusion, because all the codes are almost similar. Only thing is that you have to change the, or you have to follow the exact value that is given in your code. Now let us move ahead to the another test, and that is Harvard miniature compaction test. It is actually developed by Harvard University. And here the principle is somewhat changed, that the compaction is now done by kneading effect instead of the impact effect. So in the previous test, we have seen that we were actually providing the impact blows of the rammer. Here you are performing the test to give kneading action. What is kneading action? Kneading action means you are going to apply the force in the different directions. Although those forces are small, but forces in the different direction causes kneading of the soil. Whereas if now you see about the dimensions, then your mold is your cylindrical, and the tamper diameter is also mentioned here, whereas mold height is also mentioned. But yes, you need not to remember all these values. The important tests were the Proctor test and the modified Proctor test. Similarly, you can see here that the mold volume is changed again, and tamping force is now provided by a controlled preset compression spring. Whereas in the previous test, you have seen that you just used to use a rammer, lift it and drop it. Whereas here you are going to use a compression spring. Force control is done by tamping. Force is not to exceed a predetermined value, so that kneading effect can get introduced in the soil. Now let us move ahead to the next test, and the next test is about compaction test. This test is again having the cylindrical metal mold having some different dimensions, whereas the rammer is 50 mm diameter and 25 Newton and 350 mm height of fall. So these two values are same as that of your Proctor test, but the third value is somewhat changed here. Whereas if you are going to see the soil sample, then that is quite small and the number of blows are not fixed. So that is a slight change here, that in Abbott's compaction test, number of blows are not fixed here. So yes, it depends upon the calibration, that what value of number of blows you have to provide with respect to the Proctor compaction test. Now let us move ahead to the next test, and that is Dieter's test, in which again there is a mold, there is a piston cylindrical operated by a cam. So here again rammer is replaced by a cam here, whereas height of fall is changed, and you can here see that soil sample size is again very small, that is only 1.5 Newton. Now the test procedure is similar here, but yes, you can read that if you want to go into depth of this particular test. I am just covering this so that I don't know that which test you are going to follow, but the main basic principle of all tests of the compaction is the same, and that I want you to understand, because understanding the concepts is more important than cramming all these data. So now let us move ahead and see about the total summary of all the tests that we have studied here. You can follow this table here. I have arranged or clubbed all the data that you need or require to compare all these different tests here. The first one is the modified Proctor, standard Proctor, Indian standard heavy test, Harvard miniature, Abbott test, and Dieter test. So there are various tests. Whatever test you are going to follow, obviously you just have to understand the concepts in one test, and the same concept is applied in all the tests. So now let us end this session, because there is much more to learn about the compaction of soil in this particular chapter. So we are going to move ahead into our next session. Till then, keep learning, keep growing.